Okay. Oh. Hello. Sorry, there's a little bit of fluffing around there. How are you doing today? Are you doing okay? So, I hope that everything's going okay. Nobody is here just yet, which is unusual. I normally have a couple of people waiting. Okay. Wait a minute. The link is, yeah, I'm not sure why. Oh, that's very strange. Okay, we seem to have a few issues today. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, how are you? I'm just going to, for some reason the link did not go through into the other post. Hello, hi. Yasanjali, is that how you say your name? Hello there, how are you? Hello, can you hear me?
Sure.
Hello, how are you?
I am fine, and how are you?
Very good. Thank you very much for joining me. We seem to have had a bit of a delay on today's session. Normally, there are a few extra people here already, so I'm hoping that they're going to jump on soon. So tell me, how are you today?
I'm feeling good.
Wonderful. Where are you from? Tell me where you're from.
I'm from Sri Lanka.
Okay, wonderful. And why are you interested in improving your English?
Because I want to learn abroad.
Okay, you want to live abroad. Okay. And how did you find this session today? How did you find it?
My Facebook account name is Rashmi Bandara.
Okay. And so you came from the Facebook account?
Sorry?
You came from Facebook, is that right? Hello?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Okay. Did you come from the Facebook? Can you hear me now?
Oh, now clear.
Okay, okay. So did you come from Facebook or from LinkedIn?
Okay.
Okay. Hello, Sawa. How are you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm feeling great. Thank you very much.
Good. Was the link not on the event itself? Was the link not there?
No, I do not get link, but I have seen your link from Facebook, but sometimes it's out from Facebook.
Okay.
Sometime, okay.
Okay, that's very strange. That's very strange. Yeah, for some reason it didn't. I posted it a bit earlier and it didn't show up. Anyway, how are you doing today? You okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'm okay. Fulfill okay, and I'm doing job. I have a lot of work, and I have passed my busy time, and I know you will start your meeting after 3 p.m. on BD time. So, so very early I have completed my work. Then I will join with you.
Okay, wonderful. So we have also with us Yasan Jali. Is that right? Is that how you say your name? Could you turn your microphone on for me?
Sorry, ma'am.
Yes. How do you say your name? Is it Yasan Jali?
Yeah, yes, Anjali.
Okay, that's a lovely, very pretty name. And you're in Sri Lanka, is that right?
Thank you, ma'am.
So Sawa is in, where are you based, Sawa? Tell me about yourself.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. I'm Sarwar from Bangladesh. I live in Dhaka city. My hobby is journey to the world, and my hobby, another one, watching TV news and watching cricket news. And I have written some poem, try to write it in English. So I am learning English, and I am participating here for improve my English level. And I'm doing job in foreign trade. It's a 100% export-oriented ready-made garments industry. A lot of native English speaker with my honorable buyer supplier communicate with me by email per day, 20-30 emails sent to them for official correspondence purpose. But my speaking is still not enough, and I have a feeling harmful about some tense and grammar. So I want to develop it for better spoken with my honorable buyer. Thank you very much. It's my opinion.
No problem, no problem. Hi, Mohammed. How are you doing today? Mohammed, can you hear me? Mohammed, are you there? Hello? Hi, Rogero. How are you?
Hey there, fine, thanks. Thanks for having me.
No problem, you're very welcome. Mohammed, are you speaking to us today or are you feeling a little shy? Okay, obviously feeling a little shy. So, how have you guys been? Have you had a busy week, Rogero? How's your week been?
Yeah, so let's say that every week for me is a busy week. So it's, yeah, let's say that it's my every day. So normal way of living. So okay. So what I really find it yeah, the thing that really so I do in order just to in a certain way just have a better time is just to practice the foreign languages. So it's something that I really love. So and so it became more than a hobby for me. So because I like to practice to make tandem meetings and even to learn something new. So even new languages. So I think that foreign languages are so important because you can in a certain way not only just express yourself in the way that you want to just to speak to the people, but I think that is the best way even to acknowledge the world. So I think that is the best way just to soak up with cultures that you're not familiar with.
Yeah.
So and yeah, so obviously that you really must be in a certain way be prone to foreign languages. So there are people, for instance, that find it hard in order just to express themselves in another language, or they are not very prone in order just to learn new language.
Absolutely.
So other people are very more quick-witted and can learn foreign languages in very short times. So I think that it depends. It's something that is very personal. So
yeah, I think it depends on your reason for learning. It depends on your goal. So why do you want to learn? Is it for because you're enjoying it, or is it because your company has insisted that you do it? So I think there's different mindsets with regards
Yeah,
to
I
English
think
learning
that
as
it
well.
must be natural to you. I don't think that you have not to have imposition in order. So because so a lot of people just do it because maybe they have to work. But I think that if it is imposed because you have to work, so you are already in a another level of approaching to the language, because there is something that in a certain way just impose that you have to do it. So I think that first of all you have to do it for yourself.
Absolutely.
So if you do it for yourself, so and it's completely different because so first of all because it takes time. So foreign languages is something that are very compelling. So and are very committing. So you have just to spend the time. So it's impossible. Sometimes there are people that want to meet, for instance, because they want a certain way just to practice languages, but they are too busy. So and they continue to postpone. Yeah, I think that if you really wanted to find to practice languages, you find so I don't think that it's a problem that you have no time, because you find the time to practice.
To say that you have no time is just a myth, because
so I don't know if you can get my point. I think that if you really want to, because I think that if you really wait to have the right time in order to practice, you will never do it. And it's not so. Me myself, I think that I want to practice. I want to do it now, not in 20 years. So and some people also have a wrong conception of this or how it works. So I think that if you really want to do it, you have to do it now. And it's the time is not a problem, because you find the problem if you really want to do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I just want to say hello to Mohammed Maroof. Would you mind turning your camera on? Actually, both of you. Yasan Jali and Mohammed Maroof, can you turn your cameras on for me? Do you mind? Hello? Can you turn your Yay, hello. Turn your camera on so we can say hello properly. Would you mind?
Yes.
Mohammed Maroof? Yes, hello. Brilliant.
Yes.
Thank you for getting her vertical for me. Hello, hi, yes, Anjali, how are you? Wonderful. So we have a couple of new people joining out. Well, one new person, so very welcome.
How are you?
So yes, Anjali, tell me about why you would like to learn English, why you want to improve your English.
Because ma'am, I want to learn more about in abroad.
Would you like to move abroad, or you would like to work? You would like to work abroad or move? Where would you like to go? Where would you like to travel to?
United Kingdom.
United Kingdom. Okay, why?
Because I like it.
The weather's very cold, you know. It's very different from Sri Lanka.
My English, I can't fluent English.
Okay. Listen, you are here and you're very welcome. And the more practice you get, obviously it's about learning vocabulary and grammar and things like that. But once you start speaking, which you should start from the beginning, then you'll only get better. You can't get worse by practicing more. So great. Nice to see you. So Mohammed Maroof, what do we call you again? Is it Maroof? Is it something else?
Yes, is it Maroof?
Maroof. Okay, very nice to see you again. How are you doing today?
Yes, I'm doing good. And second time I'm over the moon to join with you.
Yes, I'm very pleased to see you. Very pleased to see you. So what would you like to talk about today? I have in mind to talk about reading, actually, because I have a lot of people ask what to read, and they ask for book recommendations, but I'd like to know what you're reading. Do you read in English? What type of things do you read? So Maroof, start us off.
Okay, so I can say that whatever you want, you can discuss with us because I want to expect from you, and reading is one kind of part of learning English. So we should focus on reading. So reading is valuable. So you can focus whatever you want.
Okay, but what do you read? Tell me what you read.
Any kind of article you can.
No, I know you can, but what type of article do you read?
Okay, I read different kind of article. For example, any kind of paragraphs that I read before when I was child.
So do you read? I think someone's coming behind you. Do you read books or do you read on the internet? Do you read magazines? What type of material do you read?
Or I read my own books that I completed when I was higher secondary school student.
Okay, so you read books on English instruction, is that right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, wonderful. Mohammed, would you like to turn your camera on and say hello? Mohammed, at least turn your speaker on and say hello. Okay. No? Yes, Anjali. Sorry, I'm going to get that name right. Tell me, what do you like to read? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so brilliant. What do you like to read in English?
Most of I like to read newspapers.
Okay. What type of newspapers do you read? Do you read English ones, American ones, or perhaps Sri Lankan ones in English? What do you like to read? Or online?
Sri Lankan newspapers and online
Okay.
some magazines.
In English or in Sri Lankan?
English and both.
Both. Okay, wonderful. Great. Do you
And
go ahead?
And we most like to read fiction books.
Okay. Who do you like? Which author do you like? Which authors do you like? Which writer? If you read fiction books, which writers do you like?
I like, I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay. What type of books do you enjoy? Is it like crime, or is it love stories, romance? What type of books? Mystery?
History and love stories.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Soa, tell me about you. What do you like to read?
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am, for asking me. I think it's very, very important for improve our English. But you know, I'm doing job in the passing lot of busy time, so I have not enough free available time. But I want to try much and more, and I want to regularly read to English newspaper, our country newspaper, the Daily Star, and try to read any kind of magazine article. I think I like this fashionable article, fashionable magazine, and this magazine is very popular in our country. So lot of actor, lot of actors showing
in
their,
English.
Yes, definitely English.
Okay,
So,
great. Well, back to what Ruggero was saying about making the time. I know you're very, very busy, but maybe if you have 5 minutes when you're eating your breakfast, or if you can create time, which you can create time every day. It's just about because prioritizing time is the key. You always find time for the things that you need to do or that you want to do. So yeah, it's about finding that.
But I am feeling happy about my reading skill, and very easily I can read any kind of article in newspaper, magazine.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Not stop any word when I.
Okay, then what I'm suggesting, Soa, is that you read something more difficult, because if every word is very easy for you, for you to keep growing your knowledge, you need to find some words that are not easy for you. And then you can grow your knowledge. Okay? So don't read things that you find very, very easy.
Thank you. Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, Ruggero.
But easy between spoken.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. We've got I just want to say hello to the 3 people that have just joined. If you could put your cameras on, that would be amazing. I've got Alpha, Avan, and V. So if you wouldn't mind putting your cameras on and just saying hello. We're just talking about reading. Hello, Alpha, how are you?
Fine, what about you?
Very good, thank you, very good. We're just talking about reading. I'm just going to go to Ruggero and he's going to tell us what he reads, and then I'm going to come to you, okay? Wonderful. Ruggero, tell me, what do you enjoy reading?
Yeah, to tell the truth, I'm not very fond of reading because
why not?
Because I'm probably a little bit lazy on this side. But even the book in Italian, so I find it hard, because I start, then I really don't know why. So I forgot what I just read. So I have just to go back every time. So because maybe I just stop and I restart again after 2 days, maybe. So it's something that, in my opinion, I'm not very organized in order to read. So I think that probably reading. So or I will do it. So in major age. When I will retire, I don't know. Or it is something that I'm not.
You can't put stuff off till retirement, because that day is getting further. Now we're in an aging population. That date is getting further and further away. So
yeah, but you have to know that I still have to decide what I want to be. So as a grown up, so I still
listen,
I still have to know. so I really don't know. So I probably, so I think that I'm not probably mindset in order to read. So,
you don't
but I think
don't make decisions, rapid decisions. I'm 53. I'm now. I've been teaching for about 5 years. I absolutely love it. But this is not my career. I'm sure that there's going to be other things I do moving on in life.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's always time.
Never be a grown up.
Someone said that there is always time to live and to die. There is always time. I don't know who just said this. This sentence, but I think that it was right. So yes. I think that there will be always a better day. Probably is because we live in the hope of a better tomorrow. Probably.
Absolutely.
So it's like this, and I think that probably you have to live in this way. So, yeah. So concerning reading, there's something that, in my opinion, is very helpful, because I think that you have to read, and the readings, so that reading must be helpful in order just to improve the language. So, in my opinion, the best thing that can be immediate in order to give you a good spotlight in how the English language, a foreign language works, is to read the news, because the news are always updated to what it is.
Oh, but it's so depressing.
In my opinion, not, because I think that, first of all, when you discuss with the others, for instance, you discuss about what is going on now. So if you read if you read the news, or you listen to the news, you are updated even with a glossary, even with the words that you can use today talking about what the topic. For instance, I think that we are all skilled about pandemic. So I think all the terms around pandemic, because our attention was all focused over there. So, but whatever topic, I think that, so even in mother languages, in my opinion, is the same thing, because sometimes there are new words so that we come across even in our mother tongue, not only when you study a foreign language. So in my opinion, if you really want something to read or to listen to, that is an immediate help in order just to improve the language, is to listen to the news, or even curiosity sometimes, because so there are even, I don't know, let's say the gossip maybe, so that can be useful because they focus the attention on some topic. and you
Yes.
know how to manage, to handle, so just different topics. So that can be very, very helpful in my opinion. So this
Okay.
is my take. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. We have quite a few new people that have just jumped on. So I just want to say hello. We're just talking about reading and what we're reading. So Alpha, I'm going to come to you next. If you can all put your cameras on, it's much nicer for us to look at other people's faces than black screens. So thank you very much, Arvind. Hi, Alpha.
Hi.
Tell me, what do you enjoy reading?
Hey teacher, this is
Alpha, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, but I'm in outside now, so I only can listen you.
Okay. All right. No
Okay.
problem. Well, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye.
Okay. Arvind, would you like to tell us what you like to read?
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I like to read storybooks, poetry, and some philosophy books. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So give me some, which authors do you enjoy? So which writers do you enjoy? When you said you like poetry, you like philosophy, what kind of authors do you like? Can you hear me?
Please repeat? It was a network.
Okay. Who do you like to read? Which author, which writer do you like to read?
I mostly use read some books like positive mental approach books, like motivational books,
Okay.
and Robert Schuller, Norman Vincent Peale, Dale Carnegie,
Okay.
Shiv Khera, some Indian authors as well. Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So you've got a good selection then that you enjoy reading. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so
excuse me. I'm sorry to cut you short. I'm first speaker here. This was my first time. So could you please tell me the time and regularity when it happens? I would like to join here because most of the native speakers are here. It is a good opportunity for me.
Okay. Well, actually, most people here are not. Everyone here, apart from me, is non-native, but everyone is at a fairly good level of English. It's every week, yes. Every Saturday at 11 a.m. Central European time. So that's what time it is. Where did you find out? Did you find me on LinkedIn or on Facebook? Where did you find that?
Actually, one of my friends, her name is, she's from Georgia. Okay. And Svetlana. Okay. Svetlana sent me this link.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to drop the link to my Facebook group. And then
am I talk?
Yes, please go ahead. I'm just going to drop the link to the Facebook group.
I sent your Zoom link, different kind of group. So that's why there are many people join. Svetlana from Georgia, maybe she got this link from me. Okay.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, you can put here from your, from your Facebook group link.
Okay, that's fine. No problem. Okay, so who else would like to say something? We've got some new people here. So who would like to speak?
Hi teacher, this is Sunil, and sorry for open my video because I'm somewhere else and I'm unable to open my video.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much for letting me know.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you so very much for giving me an opportunity to share my view regarding which books I read. Most probably, first of all, the Gita, the Hindu, a great book. Okay, Gita.
Okay.
And and I also read some more books like Dale Carnegie, one of the best writer I have ever seen. And recently, I'm reading his book, How to Influence the People.
Okay.
How to win friends and influence people.
How to make friends and influence people. Yes,
and
absolutely.
And also more people and writer in line like Norman Vincent Peale. Okay. Tim Ferriss. And the another one is Indian author. That's Shiv Khera. earlier my friend Chaudhary he already shared.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful.
And I also like self-help books and motivational books.
Okay,
But recently, I'm just focusing on digital marketing. Okay, so recently I just joined a great Indian digital marketer, Siddharth Rajeshkar. So I joined his community and I learned a lot of things about digital marketing. How
okay,
to, yeah. So how to, okay, if you are someone who want spread your business online, okay, and you just shift your business online, okay. So I'm just focusing on this kind of books, and I also learn all these things.
wonderful.
Thank you.
The
But
name is
why? But Sunil, why we off your camera switch?
because he's out. He's just said he's
I'm
out. So
I'm
he's,
I'm a server. Sorry, bro.
Yes.
Actually, I am outside right now. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that's
Okay.
why. Yeah, that's why.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just going to put the correct spelling of the name so that if anyone wants to find it. Okay, so we have quite a few people that enjoy self-help books then, the same as I do. Anyone else? I'd like to hear from someone that we haven't heard from actually. How about One's Deal from Papua or Murad, Akhtar, Mohammed? Would you like to say, could you put your cameras on for me, please?
First of all, thank you for hosting this session. I need also to apologize that I'm not able to open my camera cup because I'm not in a suitable place where I can open and show my face. So I would love to be excused for this one.
No problem. Tell me, what do you enjoy reading?
To be honest with you, I enjoy reading any electronic books and browsing Facebook, watching and browsing some documentaries and some political websites. I'm not a big fan of reading poetries and something that had relevant to this science. So yes, this is my passion when it comes to read books. And the other thing, I just now joined your Facebook account, and I'm waiting to be accepted so that I can join your classes. The time I receive a notification.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you so much.
No problem. Very welcome. Very welcome. Okay, Akhtar, Mohammed, and One's Deal from Papua. Would you like to say anything? Is there anything you'd like to say? Just say hello. You're here to practice speaking your English, so just say hello, even if there's nothing more. Mohammed, would you like to say Mohammed Jawrene? How do you say your name? Mohammed Jawrene? Hello? Hello? Okay, no one wants to speak. Okay, so if you had to recommend one book, what book? I want to hear from, where's Sunil? Is he Sunil, if you have to recommend one book, which book would you recommend? Because you have quite a lot of good books, I think, that you read.
I just recently one book, Spin Selling. I recommend Spin Selling, one of the best books.
Which one?
Spin Selling.
Spin Selling. Okay, I've never heard of that one. What's it about?
Yeah, it's about latest.
Okay, about from Neil Rackman. Is that right? Okay.
Spin
Excellent.
Selling. It's one of the best book. It's lots of latest techniques how to handle the people in sales.
Okay. Is anyone else here in sales? Obviously, that would be a really good book for those in sales. Is anyone else in sales? You can just raise your hand if you would like. Anyone else in sales? No? Okay, then Sawar, go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Sunil, for your recommended book.
I've
But
put it in the chat.
yeah. So I need, I write down the book name, and when I will free to search it from our computer, and I will try to read it accordingly. So I need, I hope that I have got some lesson from the book. Thank you very much.
No problem. Okay. So, Monoj, would you like to say anything? We're just talking about reading. Would you like to make any recommendations or tell us about what you like to read? No, obviously not. He disappeared. So, Maruf, do you would you like to read any different types of books? You said that you only read the books that you worked on when you were younger. So would you like to get hold of some? I mean, a lot of my students enjoy reading Harry Potter because it's a slightly easier book to read to start with, because it's aimed at a slightly younger audience. His first book is only aimed at around 12 or 13-year-olds. So the English is, while the story is really good, the English is quite straightforward. So maybe you could try something like that.
Okay, I need to know who is the writer, and I need to know what is the book name. After I will try.
Harry Potter. Have you heard of Harry Potter?
Yes.
I haven't.
Yeah,
You've never heard of Harry Potter? Oh my word.
I read
Okay.
all the series of Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter. There's lots of films, there's books, I think there's 8 books. Yeah, Harry Potter is a very, very famous franchise.
And
So
yeah, popular, yes.
yeah, it's very popular, and it's also excellent. But
One
the
of the
reason
most sensational, one of the most sensational, Harry Potter's all the series.
yes, but the reason that I recommend Harry Potter to those that don't read so much now is because, first of all, if you read one author, you find that one author, yes, Arbind, I actually love that book too. My daughters love it. It's an amazing, the detail that she puts into the story is amazing. But yeah, the reason that I recommend it as a book to start reading English is because when you have the same authors tend to use the same phrases, the same vocabulary. So if you have several books by the same author, you will find it easier to read as each book goes by, as each chapter goes by, because you'll find that the words you don't know will be repeated, and which means that you can reinforce what you do know, and it will just get easier for you. And then as she continues to write, she actually aims each book at an older age group. So where the first book is aged 12 to 13, the second one is 13 to 14, and so on and so on. So it does actually get more complicated as you go on. So it's a really good way of improving your English gradually. Okay, so give it a go. If you've got a library, Maruf, go and find Harry Potter.
I mean, where can I find it? I mean, from Google?
You can absolutely find it on Google. If you just Google Harry Potter PDF, you'll probably be able to download something, just read it online.
Can also buy all the series on Amazon.
Yeah, you can also buy it on Amazon or everywhere. Google it.
Yeah.
You will find it available everywhere. And try it and see how you get on. Okay. You can also get the film. Watch the film first, and then when you know what the story is, then you might enjoy the book even a little bit more. What do you think, Ruggero? Do you read any books at all, or you just prefer to stick with articles and and in-depth investigation.
So yeah, there's a, so I like, for instance, historical books. I like it if there is a kind of story, a kind of a kind of comedy in the story, yes. But something that I really like is if there's a kind, because I'm very fond of history. So if there is something that in a certain way just set in the past, so I don't know, in the Renaissance time, for instance, because it's a very good chance sometimes. So even the movies. So sometimes it's a better chance even to understand how the old times were. So you have a better chance, because sometimes you can't figure out how life was so,
absolutely,
in the past. And when you have a kind of comedy, there's some, obviously that the comedy is spoken with nowadays speech, with the head that we have today. But sometimes you can have a smattering of how things worked in ancient times, and I think that it's very interesting. So if I have just to choose something, so I just choose, I don't know, things that belonged in the past. Because if you have a better knowledge of the past, maybe they say that you have a better chance to understand the present. I'm not quite sure about this. Let's say that this is what I say. But I really like it. Just if I had the chance to choose to go in the future or go in the past, I will surely go in the past.
Yeah. That's a very good point, but I do think things are changing so rapidly. I mean, with regards to, COVID, who would have ever thought that all of the aircraft around the world would be grounded, and that people would be effectively locked in their houses? I mean, before it happened, no one would ever thought that it was possible.
I think that we have to thank technology, because sometimes I think, just to think, if this happened 30 years ago, for instance, in my opinion, it wouldn't have been the same. So
no one would have known about it.
In a certain way, it was a kind of blessing, because if you just see from the point of view of the use of technology, so it was the first time that people used the technology for serious things. So in my opinion, the pandemic made the marks in history, not only as an event of our just to prevent our healthcare, but it was even something that in a certain way just enhanced even technology, because people were not accustomed to use technology like it is today. So when we talk, for instance, when we talked about social media before the pandemic, it meant just to go and waste time. Today, so I think that many serious things arose out, because right from Facebook, I started out with my first meeting. So, and from that moment that I just decided to accept, because I really didn't give a chance, I give a penny to that meeting. I said, okay, let's try. But I thought that it was a kind of trivia. I just went. So the very moment that I pushed play, and things never been the same for me, because I was introduced in a kind of world that in a certain way there was no turning back, because I started out with the first meeting, a second meeting, a third meeting, and here I am. And I think that in 9 cases out of 10, people that are here have to thank the pandemic.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but for me, Zoom only started with the pandemic. So, and we had meetings online. All of a sudden, everything went to Zoom.
Teacher, I just add one thing. I just want to add one thing here. If there is a one site hootshoot.com. Hootshoot.com.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, average person. Okay, after pandemic. Okay, every person who is spending 6 to 7 hours on social media platforms. Okay, so the thing is that people are mostly right now connected with technology.
Yeah.
They got lots of opportunities also on internet. They are looking lots of opportunity also on internet, and that's good. That's good sign.
Yes.
As Roger
Absolutely.
say, it's a blessing for us.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Murad,
thank you.
you had something to say. Your hands in the air. Tell me.
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, I just wanted to add one more thing in the subject of coronavirus and what have changed in our lives. Yes, I totally agree that coronavirus have changed a lot of customs in our life, especially when it comes to our daily communication. We become more connected to social media and to the concept of online meetings, and that wasn't that strong before the pandemic. We also become more aware of something called social distancing and this stuff. So all that brought new ideologies to people, and having them, working in our organization from different places. In the past, it was very important to gather all people in one room, but now I think being in a far place, it's something could be applicable to do like any type of transactions or deals. And yes, I totally agree that coronavirus have changed a lot of things. A lot of things has been changed for the better, I think, and we become more attached to technology. And also, when it comes to the governmental treatments. Still remember back in the day, we were, supposed to go to any facility to finish our treatment. But currently, you can do everything via online. All governments, all companies trying their best, to avoid any public congregations, to skip any spread of coronavirus or these diseases.
Where are you based? Can I ask where you're based?
I'm living in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, okay. I think every country has different situations. I know that the numbers are going up and down all over the world, and every country handled it slightly differently. But I think at the end of the day, in Malta, I absolutely loved it when the coronavirus hit, because we never had food delivery before corona, and then all of a sudden all the restaurants around the island, they all started delivering food, and that was a real benefit for me, because before that, if we wanted to go to eat anything, we had to go and collect the food, and a
lot of things has been considered, I believe, from online. Like, as you've mentioned, even delivering any food items to your home from restaurant, even, finalizing all, governmental transactions. Right now, in my country, Saudi Arabia, a lot of things has been, established by online, and that I believe it's a big bless for all human.
Absolutely. Oh, well, I think that obviously, apart from the fact that people got sick and died, there was also a lot of negative impact on individuals that suffered from loneliness. I think loneliness became a much more well-known and issue to talk about. I think there were a lot of benefits and a lot of negatives as well from the coronavirus situation. How is everyone feeling now? Is anyone got any restrictions on in their country, or is everyone completely released now from coronavirus? Yes, Maruf. Maruf, you've got your hand up.
I'd like to talk with you and share with you something that after COVID pandemics, someone told we are dependent on online. Is really, when COVID pandemic was going on and on all over the world, so that times we depend on online. So from online and through online, we take we took some advantage. There are lots of advantages. We in COVID pandemic times, we especially one of my example that in COVID pandemic, before COVID pandemics, I was one groups. That groups was Bangladeshi groups for learning English on WhatsApp. So that times I joined lots of groups. I searched from Google Learning English groups. Suddenly, I got a link. Through this link, I joined it. A lot of people. I talk with them, and COVID pandemic is one kind of benefit for me. That's why I got a good opportunity for learning English.
But
So,
listen, it's not just learning English, it's learning everything. I mean, I now have many friends and fellow teachers that I consider that I have never met. And I think that's just fantastic. Arbind, you've got your hand up. Tell me, what do you think?
All right. A kind of curse and a kind of blessing. Both go hand by hand. Reason being, for me, being a person who works in an IT company, at the same time I give tuitions. So I took my tuitions to the online on the online platform, and it was very much lucrative for me. Apart from that, I would say it's a blessing for me because since I live very far away from my family in a different city, like I'm in India, I'm in the western part of the country, while my family lives in the eastern part of the country.
Yeah.
And due to this pandemic, it's been 2 years that I could, after 10 years gap, okay, I could stay with my family for 2 years. It's very much relaxing. It's very much kind of blessing, you can say, because I'm so happy. I'm so happy and quenched. I'm so much satisfied. It's so much satisfying, right? To be with, like, you wake up in the morning while your wife is calling, and then you are going with your kids, reach them to the school. So these day-to-day chores that I had been missing for the last 10 years, and everything covers up. So it was really a very much compensatory for me.
I have a lot of Japanese students, and they now do not have to commute to work most days. So whereas normally they would commute maybe an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours each way, they now have all of that extra time with their family. Maybe not every day, but maybe they have to go to the office once or twice a week. But all that extra time, up to 4 hours a day, you get to spend with your family. I mean, that's what it's about. It's what life is about, isn't it? So Musa and Baljit, welcome. I see that there's a couple of others, but if you put your cameras on, I'll come to you first because I like faces rather than black squares. So hello, Jafar as well. I noticed that you're there too, but black screen. Okay, so tell me, Baljit or Musa, you've got your microphone. Hello, how are you, Musa?
I'm doing well. How are you, everybody?
I think everyone's doing very well today. Happy Saturday.
Came late because I was attend the Hungarian class, so and now I'm nervous because I don't know what the subject and what are you talking about. So just try to engage with the whole conversation.
Well, we have been. You missed quite a lot. We talked about reading and now we're just talking about COVID, the disadvantages and advantages of the technology and the different uses of technology during this time.
Actually, of course, the COVID has a part of the advantage and disadvantage. The advantage push a lot of employer or companies to use technical tools in their work more than before. You know, like in my country, in Iraq, there is nothing. They know about remote work and so something like that, but they didn't practice it in real life. But when the pandemic happened, and all the whole country was in lockdown, so they being forced to use these technologies, and this is okay. Have a positive side, which is make the work move easily, or you can do it even in your comfort zone or your place or your home or everywhere. But the negative side, it's about your health. Like as I mentioned, when you make this as a daily routine, you will become or entered in area which is known as a comfort zone, which is something bad or not good for people for their productivity.
Yeah.
This is part for business. I think it's make the delivery business or the people use online shopping and depend on ordering from online and those stuff increase more and more. Like in Iraq, we were had maybe one company or two company about dealing with delivering food or stuff or anything.
Yeah.
But when the pandemic or COVID come and the lockdown, it's be something from our reality at that time. The people start to deal with this process of shopping, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And somehow it was a positive
thing, yeah.
for me, for our business. So and somehow, so it has a negative and positive at the same time.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's what everyone's saying. Baljeet, tell me what are your thoughts? And then I'll go to Jaffa. Okay. So Baljeet.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. How are you?
Yes, I'm wonderful, ma'am.
Good. So
Yes,
tell me what are your thoughts about COVID? What are your thoughts about technology around COVID? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you?
Yeah, I am from India, ma'am.
Okay. And where are you? You have lots of traffic around you.
No traffic.
No traffic?
Yes. Oh, you can see. I think you can hear. Okay, background noise.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, okay, my office is there. Okay, besides a busy road. That's
right.
Why.
Okay. Okay. Well, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us.
Okay, ma'am.
Jaffa, would you like? We've been talking about COVID. Would you like to say something?
Yeah, it is unusual. Happened last 2 years. We saw our community or countries relation and very. I know, but maybe it is something to learn our English and improve our English skill. We can maybe focus today or future. For example, I saw many video or post in your Facebook page, group page. I'm very pleased to read them. I'm very pleased to watch them. Your video you shared a few days ago. It is fantastic. You are an experienced teacher, and also you have a mother language, native speakers. Very good opportunity to having with you and follow you. I'm very pleased to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jaffa. Murad, sorry, you had your hand up. Would you like to say something, Murad?
Yes, thank you so much. Talking about coronavirus, I would like to add that the restrictions that comes along with coronavirus have changed a lot of things in our minds, and when it comes especially to revaluing a lot of customs that we used to do, and we didn't back in the day consider it as something very important and as a big blessing in our lives, like visiting our friends or parents, and having the ability to go to park and to do all the daily activities that we were used to do. And after the days or during the days of the lockdown, we started to value those things. and it's not a normal thing that you can do easily. It's just a virus spread all over the world, have changed a lot of things, and we were, kept inside our homes. So one of the things that I believe it's very important is that we start to value a lot of customs that we used to do, and we didn't feel that those things are so important in our lives.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess you also value the importance of what is important about life, because at the end of the day, we all work. Most people work very long hours, and we spend a lot of time at the office. And does your company really care about you as an individual? I think most companies don't. All they care about is that a person is there doing the job. So my whole key to life is to do what you love to do. And if you do what you love to do, then it doesn't feel like work. And you shouldn't have to do a job that you hate. And I think that what COVID has done now with the use of technology is it's allowed people to work online, to have more flexibility. But in fact, Arvind has gone, but he made a note saying that the pandemic has enabled common people to be empowered, given rise to startups, which is a really good point. New businesses starting up with very low cost, because it really doesn't. Oh, you asked here. Sorry, I thought you'd gone. Because doesn't cost anything to start up an internet company, to start with, at least. Also cybercrime and a decrease in pollution as well, which is absolutely helping the planet. Do you have anything else you'd like to say, Arvind? Sorry.
Yes, there are lots of good things happened, like due to the lockdown. Several countries witnessed lockdown, complete lockdown and partial lockdown, odd and even concept. So these are the things that decreased the pollution, the consumption. At the same time, it also gave rise to the product designs. Most of the products are devised and designed so that it will be very helpful for the people who are working from home. Suppose we are working from home, so now we need a table. We need something that is very mini, very much convenient. So these kind of products also took the civilization to the next level. It's not only about a convenience of a personal level, but a civilization transist. I mean, it's a transition from one civilization to the next level civilization. Yeah.
So Arvind, I'm going to ask you, what do you do?
I work in an IT company, and I also teach English online.
Okay, cool, brilliant, wonderful.
I'm also learning as well. I'm learning here. Yeah.
Fantastic. Listen, I think we all have to learn. We all have to keep learning about everything, really. That's why these sessions are really interesting, because you get to speak to people from all over the world, and everyone is in different situations. I mean, during COVID, everyone had different experiences, depending on where you were in the world. It's now just after 12 o'clock, so I'm actually going to have to go. Does anyone have any last points that they wanted to make? Anyone want to say anything finally?
Just quickly. Yeah, just quickly. I just wanted to say that I already submit like a request to join your Facebook account.
Okay, great. Yes, I have put a
it.
link in the chat, so if you want to join, then please feel free to drop the link. Yeah, I organize these events every week, same time every week. And in the group, I will be putting the link in the group so that you can, and there's an event set up, so you can always jump on there and check out the link. Okay.
Last thing I think I wanted to mention, it's about the value or the grace we were living before the pandemic and after the pandemic. Before pandemic, we just didn't realize the meaning of life or the benefit of working or shopping or everything, any activity we do in community. But when the pandemic happened, we being more aware about this and the benefit of those activities and their values on us and on our behavior. So I hope me and all of you feeling the grace that around us, you know. So
yeah,
I hope that.
well said. Yeah, well said. Well said. I think that we have to appreciate that life is not guaranteed, and you never know what's around the corner. And yeah, so everyone just hug those that are nearest and dearest to you. Have a little bit extra today, and yeah, I'm going to go. So I'll hopefully see some of you, if not all of you, next week. If this group continues to grow, what I'll do is I think I'll do some breakout rooms, and then people can have more of a chance to chat on a smaller number basis. So yeah. So hopefully I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend.
Have a good day.
Take care.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank
See you.
you.
Have a good day. Thank you.
And you. Bye.
Bye.
Namaste.